All right, guys, what do I think of the May 9th UFC fight card with GAETHJE versus Tony Ferguson? First thing, I got to get the obvious shit out of the way. It's just straight up disrespectful to Tony Ferguson to make him fight GAETHJE on the card. If they're doing another interim fucking belt nonsense. No, GAETHJE fighting Ferguson as a replacement because Khabib was stuck in Dagestan is one thing. The fight's going down, whatever. But there was no location. No one sent him no location. And what the fuck is Oxford? What is Oxford? Right? So since Khabib is fasting for the holy month of Ramadan, that's the reason why he's not doing the fight. Right. So Tony Ferguson shouldn't have to fucking fight Justin GAETHJE. He could go to Big Bear Mountain and pray to the Wing Chun dummy or whatever the fuck it is that he does for spirituality and go in and fucking pray to Rickson Gracie. I don't know. I'm making light of it, you know. And I did say Rickson Gracie wrong. Just I could just all right, I'm gonna do the joke. I love Rickson Gracie, I love Tony Ferguson, but I want to do the joke. Oh, Rickson, please bless the wings on my head. Okay. All right. So since Khabib is doing Ramadan, then the same spiritual break should be extended to Tony Ferguson, and he fights Khabib whenever Khabib is fucking ready. Having him fight Justin GAETHJE on the card as another fill-in is disrespectful. Tony Ferguson deserves to fight Khabib. Now, guess what? I'm going to come back. My ghormeh zabzi is done. I can smell it, and my naan is done. So I'm going to go grab my gaza and come back. So, fighting fucking GAETHJE is a bad fight. It's a bad fight for Tony. It's a disrespectful fight. Because GAETHJE can fucking knock out anybody on any given night. Because he doesn't mind taking a loss. He's only swinging for home runs. He's not playing defense. He's leaving it all out there. It's scary. It's terrifying to fight someone who doesn't mind losing. Who would rather try to knock you the fuck out than fucking keep themselves safe. Okay? Who's a real El Kukui? Who's a real boogeyman? It's Justin fucking GAETHJE. Because he could fucking kick your head off. And he's a better wrestler. So, lights out power, advantage GAETHJE. Wrestling, advantage GAETHJE. Okay? Speed, agility, Tony Ferguson. Tony Ferguson just cut weight. Yes, that is going to take a little something out of him, but Tony Ferguson can live at a lower weight easier than the rest of these motherfuckers. He is the closest thing to what you want to be in martial arts, which is built like this. A steel rod. So, advantage is Tony Ferguson. Because this camp, this sped up camp, is going to be fucking torture for Justin GAETHJE. So I know that Tony Ferguson just cut water, but the advantage to cutting the fucking weight is still at Tony Ferguson because Justin GAETHJE is not a fucking cardio guy. He's gonna be fat. It's gonna be cutting a lot of fucking water to make weight. He'll make weight, but it's not gonna be good making weight. He's not gonna be in shape. So Tony Ferguson is going to come at him with kind of jitsu at different angles. He's not going to come and stand and fucking share strikes. Why would he? Why would he? The max return, if you wanted to fucking do an exchange, the max is 1-2 gone. 1-2 gone if you're El Kukui. If you're Justin GAETHJE, you're fat. You're fat. You're going to have a mass advantage. Even with the water drained out of you. So fucking sitting there just throwing fucking punches, advantage GAETHJE. El Kukui's too smart. He's not going to do that. Eddie Bravo's too fucking smart. So, advantage for Jitsu, in any other kind of specialized mixed martial arts, black belt discipline, Tony Ferguson. Because I believe in the school that he went to more than I believe in the school that Justin Gaethje went to. Justin Gaethje is a Division I wrestler, born in the mountains of Colorado. I'm from Oklahoma. I know the fucking rednecks up in the mountains of Colorado, and they're fucking scary. Straight up. Fucking redneck Okies don't go up there and fucking talking shit because mountain people are tough. Motherfucking rednecks out of Oklahoma will fuck you up. They will fuck you up. But even us, we go up to someone from Colorado Rockies, we'll mind our P's and Q's a little bit. A little bit. Because we know that ain't nothing up them mountains. Ain't no cops, ain't no nothing. Them people fight on their own rules. You know, every fist fight's a gunfight to them. Anyway. So, who is a smarter fighter? Tony Ferguson. Hands down. So, a cursory example, or a cursory glance at this fight, got to go with Tony Ferguson. And you got to go with Tony Ferguson out of respect. Respect. He has earned it more than Justin Gaethje. But Khabib wins in the end. It's one more fight for Tony Ferguson. That's one more series of getting kicked in the ass, punches in the face. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. If you were going to fight, I would want you to fight Justin Gaethje first. Straight the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, for real. For real. Khabib wins. Khabib wins. He's going to go fast. It's going to make him making weight easier. And then whoever he fought, just fought Tony Ferguson or Justin Gaethje. It's amazing. And that's why it's so disrespectful to Tony Ferguson. It's disrespectful, man. He should have been able to go pray to Rickson Gracie and his Wing Chun dummy for a month, just like fucking Khabib was able to go and do the holy fast for Ramadan and listen to the great resuscitation of the Prophet Muhammad. Right? And if you want to know what I'd rather do, I'd rather go and pray to Rickson Gracie. Listen, I'm not trying to offend, I'm not trying to offend anybody, but hey, you got to fight in a month. What would you rather do? Starve and read the Quran, or go run up the hill with Eddie Bravo and, try to see if you could chat with the greatest Gracie? I mean, it's pretty simple. So, I'm going to keep this short. I have some hormuz abzi to eat. And, I love my gaza, so it's disrespectful to Tony Ferguson. Gaethje has a great shot at winning this. A great shot. With the smarts of Tony Ferguson, he'll get him to run around. He'll expose his bad camp, his fast camp. He'll expose him being fast. He's not going to let him give him too many shots. And if Tony Ferguson's smart, he's going to run him around and then take it to jitsu on the mat. And take it to a sub, because if it's a submission, or if they're fucking trying to trade submit, who can play a game of who can get who submitted, it favors Tony Ferguson greatly. Get him winded and then go and play the game of let's talk about submissions. If this turns into trading hands or trading kicks in the fucking center of the ring, Tony Ferguson is going to face somebody who's got more mass, even if all the water is drained out of it. And he doesn't want to do that. Round one is going to be Tony making Justin run around the ring. Round two is going to go to the mat. Down, up, down, up, down, up. Try to cut him up. But either guy's going to try to cut up either guy. Round 3, same deal. Same deal. Try to go to a sub and don't get knocked out. And that's for either guy. Because don't forget, Tony Ferguson's got big hands. But who really wins in the end? Who always wins in the end? Khabib. Because no matter who he fights, they had to fight either Tony Ferguson or they had to fight Justin Gaethje. And again, if me and you were going to fight, I would rather you fight either Tony Ferguson or Justin Gaethje first. While I go fast and make it easier for me to make weight. Fucking Veliki Khabib. This should be a talk about how the guy who deserves the shot is getting fucked, and how Gaethje is getting fucked about having a quick camp and having to go fight someone at Tony Ferguson's level. But it's not. The real end of this talk is that fucking Khabib gets to go fast and spend time with his family and fighting a man who feels spiritually connected, fighting a man who feels right with God and has experienced a strong spiritual thing, who is now at weight, who is now fighting an opponent who has just taken abuse from a world contender. That's a scary man. Inshallah. It's got to be will of God at this point. Mashallah, inshallah. Has to be. Has to be. Alhamdulillah. Has to be. Has to be. His name is not coronavirus. All that praying has got to be paying off. Because there's no way. You have to fight someone who has to fight one of them. They got to fight a brutal fight to get to you. And you're going to be closer to weight. Wow.